fighting human animals.
But also calling on Hamas to immediately release its hostages. The court has no way to enforce its rulings, which come amid a devastating humanitarian crisis. Families waiting for hours for a single bowl of soup. Palestinians hope the ruling will add to international pressure for a ceasefire.
It makes it very difficult for this Biden administration to continue to provide cover to Israel.
This reaction from the White House.
We don't believe that right now a general ceasefire is the best approach. We just have no indication that they are deliberately trying to exterminate the people of Gaza.
The White House, like the court, it's called on Israel to reduce civilian casualties. The U.S. also halting funding to the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees amid allegations 12 of its staff took part in the Hamas terror attack. The employees have been fired, the UN says, and it's launched a full investigation. And the CIA director will meet this weekend with officials from Israel and Qatar, hoping to jumpstart talks on a new hostage deal. Lester?
All right, Raf Sanchez, thank you. Now to the border crisis. Over 370,000 migrants crossing into the U.S. just last month, the highest monthly total ever. As Julia Ainsley reports from Denver, there's growing strain on healthcare and schools.
Tonight, one of Colorado's largest hospitals facing a crisis. Physicians at Denver Health telling us they treat everyone who comes to the ER, regardless of immigration status or ability to pay. But they're struggling to handle a spike in migrant patients.
It's been really, really hard to take care of them, both in terms of their ability to pay, but also just the sheer volume of patients that we weren't expecting.
Denver has a population of 700,000 people, and just the last year, nearly 40,000 migrants have arrived. The mayor declaring a state of emergency. More than 8,000 migrants have come to Denver Health for care, and most of that is coming out of the hospital's pocket. The hospital says they need more help from federal and state government to pay for over $10 million in unpaid migrant medical bills so far. Outside a shelter, we meet Mary Anise and her 3 sons. She's being treated here for Parkinson's. I'm very grateful. In my country, it was very difficult. We were not able to get medicine for my condition, she said. Emergency room pediatrician Dr. Christy Rodriguez says they want to give patients the care they need, but they need funding, with the hospital facing a breaking point. Is this an emergency here?
I think it's about to be. I think
maybe I should give you an injection. You would like that.
Meanwhile, Denver's public schools are also scrambling to keep up, with nearly
Wouldn't be so
3,000
nosy
immigrant
then.
students.
But she's listening for your babe song.
Principal Brian Clark's school needs 5 to 10 new students
But
in an entire year. Now some classes have hit the 35 student limit, so some students have had to be transferred to other schools. Come February 5th, the city says they'll start restricting stays on migrants in shelters and kicking many of them out onto the streets. Migrants we spoke to said they don't know where they'll go. Lester?
Julia Ainsley, thank you. In 60 seconds, 3 weeks after the mid-air emergency, Boeing's grounded 737 MAX 9 start flying again. We'll have details right after this.
When you have chronic kidney disease, there are places you'd like to be. Like here.